Hi loves, it's Emmeline. So I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys our date night from a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago now. I don't remember, honestly. Everything just feels like it's been a blur. But we decided to make a tent and do game night. This is something that I feel just always appears really overrated. But building the tent was so much fun, and then having game night in the tent was just the best time. Maybe our standards of fun have changed a little, but I do think it was just so much fun. Wilbur is barking at birds right now. Sorry about that. So in the background, we had Princess Diaries on. I feel like that's our new inside joke, me and you guys, because we know that Connor secretly loves Princess Diaries. Wilbur was a little confused by the tent. He just kept staring at us and we couldn't get him to come in it. And then Connor said the magic word, which I'm not going to say because he's sitting next to me, and he ran in because he knew he would get something yummy to eat. But basically, there is this app on your phone called House Party, and I saw someone post this on their Instagram, and so me and Brianna and her husband decided to try this out, and this is what it looks like. And basically, there's all these cool games that you can play on it. And they have like different games like card games, trivia games, things that like you have to draw out. And we were just like crying, laughing the whole night. It was so much fun. And I definitely would recommend that you guys do this. We ended up staying up really late just playing these games and having such a fun time. I think it's great to just help get your mind off of things, and it also feels like you're right there with your friends. You don't even notice that you're just kind of like sitting in a room alone or with somebody else. So I would definitely recommend trying this out. So now I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite movies. A lot of these are old classics because I know that's what you guys like. So if you guys want to hear all of the movies that I have been loving for a very long time, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the tent. As I'm planning on showing you guys us making the tent and everything, but I just thought it'd be a fun addition to this video of me telling you guys my favorite movies. We had so much fun building this fort and having game night. It was just the best, so I definitely recommend you guys do it. But now I'm gonna get into all of my favorite movies. So let's get into those. The first thing I love to watch is Gidget. Gidget is the cutest TV series ever. It takes place, I think, 1965. It's very lighthearted, and everything, like the scenery in it, her bedroom, what she wears, it's just so adorable, and it makes me really happy. I've been waking up, doing my devotional, and then I turn Gidget on and I make a cup of coffee and I sit and watch an episode before I start work, and it just brings me so much happiness. I feel like it's very lighthearted and just shows you how things were back then, just very simple. So you guys can actually watch that for free on Roku. So that's how I've been watching it. Then they also have Gidget movies. They have Gidget Goes to Paris. No, Gidget Goes to Rome. Gidget Gets Married. And then the original Gidget movie. There might be more. I'm not positive. And I'm not sure if those are on Roku or not. I haven't searched for them. But they're really great movies. It's not the same character as the TV shows, but it's still really cute to watch. My next movie that I love, and I always watch around this time of year, is Easter Parade. They play this on Turner Classic Movies every Easter. And again, the scenery is beautiful. The costumes are gorgeous. It's a musical, and I think you guys will love it, especially if you love Easter time. My next favorite movie, I love this movie so much, is called Steel Magnolias. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it because it is so good. Basically, it takes place in the South. They work in like this really cute hair salon, and it has a wedding in it, lots of pink, also Easter, and it will make you laugh, but it will also make you cry, and it's just one of those really good classic movies that everyone should see. Another great movie is A Summer Place. I feel like I really love movies that take place on a beach and are romantic, and that's how this one is. Another one of my favorites is The 7-Year Itch with Marilyn Monroe. It's the classic one where her skirt goes up from the subway, and whenever it starts to get warm, I just love watching this movie. I don't know why, it's just like a seasonal movie for me that I love to watch. And if you watch any Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, Grace Kelly, Judy Garland, Doris Day, any of their movies, just search and watch them because they are so good. So that should give you guys like a huge amount of movies to kind of go through. What else do I have? I also have, okay, so on Disney Plus, they have on this, if you go to like to the search bar, there's one of their options is through the decades or something about decades. And basically they have movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and all the way up to now. But you can search through like all of the movies from the 20s, all the movies from the 30s, and it is so cool. All of like the 20s and 30s are lots of like cartoons, but it's really cool to see what they looked like back then, because now everything's so computerized and it's still beautiful, but it was just so cool and beautiful to see how cartoons looked back then. And then like all the movies from the 50s, 60s, 70s, I just find to be so great. They also have a lot of the originals, like The Parent Trap, they have Herbie, Freaky Friday. I feel like there's some other ones too, but those are just really good movies if you haven't seen the originals. Another favorite is Father of the Bride. So the original one is with Elizabeth Taylor, but also they have the newer ones with Steve Martin. They're not that new. I think they might be from like the 90s maybe, I'm not positive. But I love the newer ones so much. They just feel very homey to me. I'm not sure why, but they're always just a really comforting movie to watch. The next movie is really funny. I've never heard of it until probably like a couple months ago. It's called Cinderfella. If you guys are a Cinderella fan, Cinderella is my favorite. It's basically called Cinderfella because it's a Cinderella movie but with a guy, and it's so funny and comical. I think it came out in 1960, and I don't know what it is about this. I just love it. I think it's really funny. I feel like guys will like this movie too because it's not like a pretty princess character, you know, it's about like a guy, and it's just very comical. So I think it's something that the whole family would really enjoy. And my last one is called A Letter to Three Wives. This one's kind of funny because I haven't watched the full movie. It came on Turner Classic Movie a few nights ago, maybe even like 2 nights ago, and I started to watch it right when it came on, but it was like midnight and I was so tired, so I probably watched like 30 minutes of it, and I thought it was like beautiful and really great so far, but then I fell asleep, so I don't know what happened or like the actual storyline of it, but I'm gonna try to watch that and figure out what it was about. It was a black and white movie, and it just seemed like it was really great, so I'm probably going to watch that later. There are a ton more movies I can mention, but I just wanted to give you guys some of my favorites. If you guys have any movies that you love and swear by, then leave those in the comments. I also wanted to mention to you guys that my merch is finally out. So this is my spring merch, and I will insert some pictures of it right here. It says, "Kind words are like honey," and this is a scripture verse that I love. It fits everything that we're going through right now, because I've been finding at least that so many people, especially on YouTube, are just using not nice words and just being really mean. And we all need to just remember to be kind to each other and sweet and just spread love and positivity, especially in a time like this. I do want to mention that the shirts come in a bunch of colors. I like the yellow one because it feels very 70s, and I made this shirt because it went along with my camper Honey, and yeah, so it comes in a bunch of colors though, so you guys can pick out which ones you like. I'll leave the link for it down below. But that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're staying safe and positive and happy and encouraged. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.